Dual lands have had their day. This is going to be a good one. Let's do a financial overview of how the 10 revised dual lands are doing. It's coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. We're doing a financial overview today just to see how the revised dual lands are selling right now in the open market. We are checking various sources such as TCG Player, we're checking eBay, we're checking local stores. We're going to get into this. Now, if you're new to my channel, smash that subscribe button, join in the fun. I do upload content every day new. So let's take a look without further ado, because this video does take a little bit longer. We're looking first at Taiga. Taiga revised. If you look back in January, you'll find these cards were still going for $175 to $200. They're selling daily, and they are really starting to rise. When you see sales of $375 to $400 a card, you'll see on your screen there, and then you look on this side and you say, hey, people are selling for $327 to $389, depending on condition, location, and shipping. Crazy. My local stores here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, do not have any of these type of dual lands in stock, so I'll save you the time. They don't have any. Zero. Gone. Finata. You're not getting any. You can check some other stores. A lot of the stores, though, that do have them have inflated the price because they bought them on the secondary market off of players who might be selling them back in. So, let's face it, guys, as we get cards slabbed and as there's less available in the market, it'll become rarer and rarer to see these types of products available for the average player to afford. So, enjoy them while you can. Try to pick up one or two of the cheapest ones you can, if you can afford to get into that price point. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is going to be Scrubland. Now Scrubland, like, I've had a playset of 4 for a very long time. I think the last time I had to buy these cards was like $10 each, okay? So I'm a little out of the loop on actually having to purchase these particular cards because I kept mine from my youthful days as a teenager. But when you see these prices going for $350, $360, you remember dual lands are needed for a lot of these decks, and people want to have them. They're kind of that benchmark of like the financial health of the secondary reserve list market, right? Like, that's what people are looking at. When I see these and I go, whoa, that's a big increase, you're right. These cards were like $85, $90. Then they went to like $120, $130, and then December hit of 2020, everything flipped on its ear and prices went through the roof. This price correction is strong, and it stays in even with cards like this, where it may not be as desirable of a dual land. It's expensive, okay? So you're going to see them going for $350 and up. Expect them to hit $400. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is going to be Badlands. Now, Badlands, I remember nobody liking for a long time, and then it kind of got like a resurgence where people wanted it. Badlands are over $400. Okay, you can see a playset there went for like $1,500. There's cards, near mint ones went for like $500, and then of course, $470, but it's still all over $400 now. If you see it, you know it's true because they're selling daily. This is what people are willing to pay to get their hands on a dual land. It's a lot of money. But if it's a land you're never getting rid of, and you can say, I'm going to keep this for the next 20 years playing Magic with my buddies, playing Commander, playing whatever you're playing, absolutely is it worth it as a card. Way to go. Badlands, all these dual lands, they deserve their due. Okay, they're not coming back. Amazing. Good to see a Badlands hanging it up there. Now, Savannah. Now, I used to be very fond of Savannah. Again, I have a playset of 4. I remember paying, $5 at a local store. But I look at this now and I say, wow, $250, $280. Depends on the condition of the card. I'm not really counting collector edition here. I'm going to stick to the revised English edition. I'll have some comments on the other ones at the end. But I look at this and I see, near mint copies, unlimited near mint, 600 and something, revised copies, $300. Anywhere around that 300 to 350 mark is where they're sitting at. Some people are trying to poke that envelope and go higher, but they have much higher quality copies. If you just care about playing with it, you just got to get a beat up copy that is real. Okay? Find the cheapest one you can. Even in French, you'll save a few bucks there, but you got to find a way, because these cards, if you desire them, they're only going to get more out of reach. Reach in there, grab your little slice of pie. I know the feelings. I need 2 more of a certain type. So I'll be looking to get those at some point in the long distant future. Our next one's going to be Plateau. Plateau as well is selling well. It's having daily sales. And you're looking around the $300 mark for a cheap copy, $350 for a fairly well-played copy. That's going to be approaching the near mint, closer to $400. You can see there the sold listings are around the $400 for a near mint copy, depending on best offers accepted and stuff and how people are doing it. But it's a lot of money Okay, Plateau again is starting to poke up there higher. It's worth it though. These dual lands are worth the money. Are they? I don't know. I kind of think about this sometimes. I can see why people have that proxy argument, but I'm a real player guy. I don't mind proxying for fun or with friends, but you got to have a real one if you want to play in a tournament, so it's something to save up for. Now our next one, okay, Tropical Islands. There was a time when tropicals were actually more popular, a lot more popular than Underground Sea. I remember this vividly. I look at them now and I go, $900. $900. These ones are going to break 1,000. Volcanic, Underground Sea, Tropical Island, they're all going to go over 1,000, followed by Tundra soon enough. You're looking at very expensive cards. These are not for everyone at this point. You're talking about collectors, people who have deep wallets who can afford to buy the cards they want to play this amazing game we love. It won't be for everyone, but you can always trade. You can always save up and invest and save up to these cards. Tropical Islands, again, daily sales staying strong even in April. When we take a look at Volcanic Island, you see again $900+ for Volcanic. I look at this card and say, again, it's Volcanic. You want to have, if you want to get dual lands, at least get one of each if you can, because one of each slowly building up means you can build commander decks, you can build other fun things, and you can start toward a vintage legacy deck. There are a lot of dual lands out there being held by players. I think myself, I have like 4 or 5 in a binder here still. But I don't want to get rid of mine because I actually still play with a lot of these, and if I interchange out of decks, I like to have a few spares just in case I don't want to disassemble a deck. I think that's what a lot of other people do as well. And then you have guys like Rudy at Alpha Investments who collect them, like they hold on to them and they don't get resold. So that's crazy for players to think about too. And I understand that when you're looking at this price point, it seems out of reach, but it's not. It just takes some finagling, some get an extra job, save some money. I get there. But remember, family and friends first. You take care of your family, then you worry about these golden goodies. Underground Sea, $900+. It's gonna break 1,000, and I expect this card to actually continually go up over the next few years, mainly because of the fact it's the most desired dual land. People are very selective when they look at their lands, and this is one of the ones they gotta have. It's kind of like that nostalgic, oh my god, you have an Underground Sea, that's amazing. I remember thinking that way with people who had Lotuses. Now we're talking about cards like this that are finally breaking that $1,000 barrier. Crazy. Underground Sea, welcome aboard to the 1,000 Mile High Club. Now, our last one we're going to talk about, second last, sorry, is going to be Tundra. Now, Tundra, again, pretty sweet land. Okay, white-blue, I've used it in a lot of decks, man. But this one's a little cheaper right now, $700, $800. You can find some copies right now for $500 and something. This is not bad. This is not a bad time to get one of these lands if you have an extra 500 smackers laying around. Decent card. I can see why people desire it. I'm surprised it's underpriced right now. It is a card to grab. And again, all these dual lands have daily sales that are telling you they're selling well, okay? Now, the last one we're going to talk about for this area is going to be BuyOut. Now, funny, I only have one BuyOut. I guess I don't use it that much. I use a lot of black-green. And $500-600, this card's only going up. It was one of the slower middle-tier dual lands, but it's really been creeping up during this buyout, that when you look at the financials on this, you can see it's selling well, it's a strong card, people are buying it, and it has, all of these have daily sales. A few a week are selling. A few a week. So if you want to sell some of your dual lands, price them at a reasonable point, put them about 10-15% below other people, they will sell. Now, as a last mark-off for this video, we just looked at a lot of dual lands. I had to rush through to try to get all this stuff in. Number one, all dual lands are selling well. They all are. So if you want to cash in, this is a good time to cash in. Sell some of your dual lands. I would always mark them underneath with the lowest prices, though, because I want mine to sell first. I definitely would hold if you can, because holding the reserve list is the most important thing, because these cards are all going to go up. Okay, they're not being reprinted. We've talked about this. Hold the line your reserve list cards, because if you don't have to sell, don't sell. If you need cash, go ahead. But if you don't need them, if you can wear the storm and just hold on to your cards for a long period of time, 5-10 more years, you're going to see massive returns. But on today's market, if you paid $600 for BuyOut, $500 for Tundra, $325 for a Scrubland, $450 for a Badlands, $900 for Underground Sea, $800 for Tropical Island, $325 for Taiga, $350 for Savannah, a Volcanic Island for $900, a Plateau for $350. you are going to be spending $5,500 to get one of each dual land, or $22,000. $22,000 to get a playset of 4. Now, I want to be honest though, a playset of 4 is still less than a Black Lotus. Remember that. So you ask yourself, can Black Lotus outpace that many dual lands? That's a good question. That is a good question. I'd love to see your guys' thoughts on that. This is MTG Moxman. Thanks a lot for tuning into an overview of the financial market for our dual lands. They are selling well. They are staying strong, folks, and people still want these lands. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Talk to you tomorrow. Hey guys, big shout out to all my patrons out there. Big shout out to Kyle L. Hey, what's going on, Bash? You guys rock. B. Jones is there. Tree is in the house. Michael P. And remember, patrons rock. You make the world go round. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. If you made it this far in the video, guys, take a look at that January price list of what things were marked down in January to where they are now. Notice anything?